Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is Monday. It is time to get into the House of the Dragons. Another great episode. I love the freaking dragons. I love this series. Every week I feel like it's taking me more and more on an adventure, and I'm like, we only have 2 episodes left. I know we're getting a season 2. I know this, but it's so much more I want, and I feel like I'm going to be sad after these next 2 episodes. But before we get started, I wanted to mention that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm kind of dedicating my videos to breast cancer awareness this month because we all know someone who has survived breast cancer, maybe even lost their battle with breast cancer. I know I have, so I just want everyone to be aware, especially if you're in my age range, over 40. Get your mammograms annually. Usually, if they don't find anything, they'll say biannually, but at least go get that first scan so they can have a metrics of what to look for annually or biannually going forward. And also, love your body. Get into that self exam. If you see something or feel anything wrong, I always feel like it's best to know than not know. So just be aware of your body. And that's it. Let's get into the episode. I'm going to leave that up there for the month. If it might click off if I do another graphic, but I'm going to try not to. Now, you all know, if you follow me, I am bad with remembering names. But I love this show so much, I'm going to try to do my best. I don't have any notes in front of me, so let's dig into it. The episode opens at another time jump. Everyone, I believe it's another 6 years forward. I believe the writer said they want the children to now be young adults. The children should now be between 17 and 21 years old. I, these kids are a mess. A mess. The Targaryen children, I call them yellow haired and brown haired. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The yellow hairs, a mess, but they could fight down. They whoops ass over there. Aegon, the oldest, he's giving me Joffrey vibes. Like, he's raping. I'm assuming that's what happened. Like, based off of the clues, the crying and the payoffs and the plan BT of all that. I'm assuming he's raping his staff or, forcibly taking sex. That's rape. Call it what it is. And everyone is hush hush about it, and the queen is paying people off, and it could be off with her head, but she like, look, you telling too many people, you told me. And so it's like, Aegon, this is why them Targaryens are crazy, because they have too much incest, even though those kids aren't incestuous. Like, Alicent is no relation to the Targaryens, but Aegon, it's like he can't stop drinking. He has a drinking problem. He was forced to marry his sister, who was already a little bit weird. I understand Aemon. Like, he got his eye cut off, but he does have a dragon now. But Aemon has anger issues as well. Now, the brown hairs over there, they cool, but they know they bastards. They know they bastards, and Rhaenyra know that they bastards, but it's like, we got to put on this front. And they tired of putting on the front because they constantly got to fight. Hey, Eric. And for people who constantly have to fight, y'all should know how to fight. I'm tired of the brown hair boys always getting their asses kicked. But okay, into the episode. The Sea Snake's brother, I don't forgot his name, y'all. He's come back and say the Sea Snake, I can't recall if he got injured in war or did he get sick in a war, and they don't know if he's going to make it or not. Something happened to the Sea Snake. They don't know if he's going to make it or not. To me, they all in King's Landing pleading their case, who they want to take over the kingdomship of the Driftwoods, and we don't even know if the Sea Snake is dead or not. So, like, all of this is void. Like, Sea Snake could get better and come walking in the building tomorrow, and then all of y'all been fighting in King's Landing for nothing. You done lost your head for nothing. But anyway, the sea snake's brother is like, look, I'm the only Valerian still up here. I don't know what you talking about with your bastard ass grandkids, but they are not Valerians. We know this. Them some white kids. So they can't sit on the driftwood throne. I need to be sitting on the throne. Now, see, brother, you came off too greedy. But I understand, like, he's like, my brother, the sea snake, only cares about name. He only cares about getting his so-called blood on that iron throne. Like, he only cares about history. I care about the legacy of my house. I don't want to see the Valerians be washed out of driftwood, because them boys right there are not Valerians. And I understood his point of view. Because why we y'all really in King's Landing want us not to believe our own eyes. Like, I blame Rhaenyra, and I'm constantly gonna blame Rhaenyra, because, girlfriend, you could have got your rocks off with at least one blonde-haired man before you got with your little knight in shining armor. You could have had one blonde-haired baby. But I mean, it wouldn't be a TV show, wouldn't be no series without the drama, and it is what it is. Let's move on. So the sea snake is telling Rhaenys, I finally got her name, and I love that name, Rhaenys. I hope I said it right. Look, the king is down bad. Alicent, the one sitting on the throne, let's go plead our case in King's Landing and put me on the throne. And you know what it is. And so, I think we saw Baela. I love that name too. I think, tell me, because I'm not a book reader, but is it Daemon naming his daughter Baela, which is kind of close to the son of Viserys that died, that, killed the original king? His name was Baelor, I believe. Was that kind of like an apology to his brother? Like, man, I shouldn't have been joking about your son being heir for a minute. I'm going to name my daughter Baela in memory of your deceased son. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I like that he named his daughter Baela, though it probably is a family name. I don't know. I don't read the books. But anyway, moving on. So they off to King's Landing. So over at Dragonstone, we see Rhaenyra is pregnant again, but she also done had 2 more yellow-haired babies. So if something happened to the brown hairs, she got some yellow hairs in line as well. Rhaenyra is popping these babies out. She gets it in. We know Rhaenyra love her a good time in the bedroom. But anyway, moving on. Moving on. They get this letter from somebody at the Driftwoods that Sea Snake brother and Rhaenys going to King's Landing to advocate that the throne be put in the Sea Snake's brother's name. We need to get our asses down to King's Landing too. So there you go. Everybody off to King's Landing to plead their case in front of Alicent. I kind of went out of order. When we get to Alicent, Alicent knows that they're coming, but she got to deal with her Aegon raping all these servant girls. She over his bullshit. But I mean, she over his bullshit. I ain't gonna make no excuse for Aegon, because I don't know what's gonna happen with him, but I can already kind of see, and like, again, I haven't read the books, but I feel like Aegon is giving me Jon Snow vibes. Like, look, I ain't never want to be the king, no way. So when Viserys go, I'm having my fun getting drunk, humping on these women, even though you should get consent. You already the prince. I'm sure you could find somebody, and then they got all the whorehouses that you could think of out there in King's Landing. You could go drop a couple of coins. You don't have to take it, Aegon. Now that does piss me off. But he just want to fuck around and get drunk. So I feel like in some kind of way, Aegon isn't going to be king for too long, and we're going to be looking at Aemond versus Jace. somewhere in the future, maybe season 2. But I'm just thinking. I don't know, because I'm not spoiling it because I haven't read the books. I'm just thinking out loud. But anyway, so the queen got to deal with Aegon and his bullshit. And so finally, when everybody arrives, or at least when they're Targaryens, when Rhaenyra and Daemon arrive, nobody is there to greet them. And we know from Game of Thrones, when royalty comes, everybody stand outside in the line. And I'm sure they don't have to bow to Rhaenyra because she ain't the queen yet, but they still stand outside in a line and, greet them. We all here, and it wasn't nobody there. And I was like, ooh, I got Rhaenyra. I mean, they over your shit, girl. They over your shit. So they go in and they go visit Viserys, and Viserys is 2 seconds from death in the bed. They upset. Why y'all giving him the milk of the puppy? You trying to kill him, or you trying? Because I think milk of the puppy is it's like pain pills, like Vicodin, morphine. It's to relieve the pain. Or you trying to just keep him alive so you could be on the throne instead of granting him a death and let him relieve his suffering. I don't know. They was blaming the queen or something. One or the other. They was either blaming like you trying to kill him or keep him alive for your own benefit. I don't know. And the queen was offended because she was like, bitch, you ain't been here. You ain't taking care of your daddy. I'm the one taking care of him. You don't know what he wants. And the queen does seem like she don't want to sleep with him, but she does have concern for him. Like, she doesn't want him to suffer. I believe that about Alicent. But anyway, and Alicent, like, bitch, if you would have been here, you see all the holes in his back. He ain't really got no face. It's half of a skull. Like, bitch, what? You ain't here. You ain't asked for your daddy to come live at your house. Don't judge me. So I was here for Alicent on that one. Like, don't judge. Don't judge. So later on, Rhaenyra done brought all them hollering ass kids into the bedroom, and one of them name is Viserys. And why she name another one of her babies Aegon? You already got a brother named Aegon. That's confusing. It's too many Aegons. But she done introduced like this one named Viserys. I didn't name this one after you. And he was like, yeah, that's a king's name. And I feel like that's some more foreshadowing because them brown hairs are bastards. So I'm sure ain't none of the brown hairs going to be king. So Viserys might end up being a king one day. I don't know. But I know that's just the vibe I got. And so the kids get to hollering, and so the king getting pain. I'm like, why don't you take them hollering ass kids up out the room? That's the last thing. I mean, he met them. He don't want to hear them hollering. I don't want to hear them hollering. Go ahead and nanny, take them on. Take them on. So the king, everyone leaves, and Rhaenyra is pleading her case to her daddy, like, daddy, look, the Sneesake about to die. We think they trying to take Luke's inheritance from him. We need you to step in and advocate for Luke because, Alicent ain't shit. And so the king, and he in his pain, we don't really know if he's listening or not. So Rhaenyra ventures off and finds Rhaenys in the garden. And she's like, look, Rhaenys, I know you think I killed your son, but I didn't. And we all know she didn't because he alive. But Rhaenys don't know that. I'm telling you, Laenor about to come wreck some shit season 2, and it's gonna be good. He is. He about to come back, and somebody, them dreadlocks gonna grow out. They gonna recognize him, and he about to wreck a whole bunch of stuff season 2. But anyway, moving on. So Rhaenys is like, bitch, I don't believe you. You done killed my son. You done married your uncle. You full of shit, Rhaenyra. And so Rhaenyra's like, look, let's let bygones be bygones. I'm going to let Daemon's daughters marry my sons. That way it'll at least be some Valyrian blood on the throne and in Driftwood. That's a good compromise. And Rhaenys was like, bitch, you the one that's desperate, not me. You the one who need me. I don't need you. So again, we don't know kind of where Rhaenys is going to go. So let's go ahead and fast forward to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Alicent is sitting, not Alicent ain't on the throne, but her daddy, the hand of the king, is sitting on the throne, and he's listening to both arguments. And Sea Snake brother telling his side. We already know what the Sea Snake brother think. Rhaenyra interrupting, bitch, like Judge Judy. You getting ready to get out. Rhaenyra, you getting ready to step outside. You don't cut off nobody during a testimony. You get a turn, he get a turn. So they had to check Rhaenyra to be quiet and wait her turn. Girl, we all got 2 eyes, them some bastards. But anyway, Rhaenyra get her turn and she getting ready to start telling her side, and then bam, here comes Viserys hobbling and taking 2 hours to walk to the throne. He on his way to the throne. He done dropped his crown. Daemon had to help him, and he let Daemon help him. He wouldn't let the guard help him because I think he wanted to appear to have some kind of strength, like, look, I can do this because I'm about to advocate for Rhaenyra one more time. Like, bitch, he got to advocate for you one more time. So Viserys sitting on the throne, and he's like, why are we even here? Sea Snake ain't even dead. So I don't even know why y'all got me up out of my bed. No way. And he said, even if the Sea Snake was dead, he said what he said. He said, Luke is getting the throne. We don't give a damn what you talking about, Sea Snake, brother. And so then finally, Rhaenys, he said, look, the only one that can speak for the Sea Snake is his wife, Rhaenys. Get up here and tell me what you think, Rhaenys. So everybody like, ooh, what the queen that never was gonna say, we don't know. And I'm thinking too, ooh, this either gonna be your ass, Rhaenyra, or it's not. But anyway, Rhaenys took Rhaenyra's bargain. Like, look, Sea Snake, we don't even know if he dead. My husband is still alive and fighting for his life. But if he does perish, he want his grandson, Luke. And she said it in that, Westeros way, like his true blood. I forgot the word she said, but she made it seem like his blood grandson, Luke, to have the throne. And she was like, I ain't got no problem with it either because, see, Baela and the other one getting ready to marry them. We getting ready to tie the bonds, Valerians, Targaryens, even closer. So I'm cool with it. Viserys, I don't know what Sneezek brother talking about. And so Sneezek, that is a tongue twister. I wish I knew his name. It ain't Vaemont, is it? Because Sea Snake brother, that's a tongue twister. But the brother, he done got pissed. He was like, look, we all know that these kids are some. And Damon and them like, bitch, say it. Go ahead and say it. And you know how we are. Bitch, you dare me to say something, I'm going to say it. He was like, them kids some bastards. And they mama a hoe. I said, ooh. Next thing you know, slice. His head gone because Viserys was like, I should have your tongue. The way Daemon sliced his head off, but the tongue was still wagging, but the head was gone. I said, Now, HBO, I'm mad all the black people got to die first. I really am mad. It's slowly by slowly, y'all getting rid of the black people out of Westeros. I don't appreciate that, but Sea Snake brother had to go. He had to go. He was causing confusion in the kingdom. So Viserys done saved Rhaenyra another time. He just want to have a family dinner, his last family dinner. So everybody come to family dinner. We sit down, we having a good time. At first, everybody, bitch. Everybody looking at each other sideways. And so King Viserys got to come in and be like, look, I love everybody in this room. Y'all gonna get along. And even if you can't get along, fake it until I die. Get along for right now until I pass. And so Rhaenyra toasted up to Alicent, like, bitch, thank you for taking care of my daddy. I know you love him. And she was like, bitch, well, we both got kids. We got some shit in common. I shouldn't be jealous that you was holding around and I couldn't. And so they locked eyes. And it seemed like they forgave each other. Everybody got up to dancing, having a good time. And then, guess what's for dinner? I'm trying not to curse. I can't help it. A pig. They done brought a pig on the table, and Aemon, he get to looking at his brown hair, them his nephews, not his cousins, and was like, say something. And they down there snickling and giggling like, yeah, you got a pig dragon. Kids they not mature enough, even though they're supposed to be 17 through 21, they're not mature enough to let bygones be bygones. And let me tell you something. You can't cut out my eye it ain't no more forgiveness. I'm surprised they were even cordial. It's on site every time I see y'all. Y'all done sliced out my eye. But of course, I forgot how they set it off. But one of them banged the brown hair boy head on the table. They get to fighting. They break it up. I'm like, look, Damon, them your stepkids now. Teach them how to fight. I'm tired of Rhaenyra kids always getting beat up. They can't sit on the throne if they can't fight. By next week, y'all boys need to learn how to fight. Cause them cousins or uncles always whooping y'all ass. But anyway, they separate, go to their room, whatever. And Rhaenyra's like, let me go on back to Dragonstone because, these kids don't know how to act. And I'm already pregnant. I ain't got time. And Alicent was like, man, we just forgave each other. I really wanted to spend some time with you. And so Rhaenyra was like, look, let me take them home, sit them down, and I'll fly back on my dragon. And we can hang out later, girl, because we done made up. I wouldn't have forgave Alicent's ass either. She done sliced your arm open. Like, it's beef on sight. It's beef on sight. But anyway, everybody off. The last scene of the show. Viserys is laying back in his bed. Alicent, rubbing his. But we forgot. I done already told y'all Viserys only had half a face, and he exposed himself, and that's how everybody got to forgive each other. But who cares? Anyway, Alicent is laying up with Viserys, wiping his drool, feeding him his milk of the puppy, calming him down because, he's in his pain. And I believe they showed a picture of his back too. Like his whole body had holes in it. Like you could reach in and reach out. Like he was really like a walking zombie. Like I can't imagine the pain. Because did he have grayscale? It couldn't have been grayscale because nobody else caught it, and that's very contagious. I don't know what Viserys had, but it was messed up. But anyway, he gets to rambling again about, I guess this is the story of the fire and the ice. We're talking about the prince that was promised. We already know the prince that was promised is Jon Snow because his real name is Aegon Targaryen. But everybody want to name their damn baby Aegon. He talking about Aegon is the prince that's promised. And she's like, oh, my son, not Rhaenyra. Oh, that's all you got to say, King. It was on and popping. I was just waiting for you to give me the word anyway. I wanted Aegon to be the king anyway. So, Alicent was like, Viserys died. And Alicent was like, say less. Say less, King Viserys. Aegon is the king that's promised. So Alicent getting ready to wreck shop next week. The king is dead. He had a nice little death moment. I'm happy the king is no longer suffering. It is what it is. I can't wait. It looked like they're about to lock Rhaenys up in a closet somewhere. She getting ready. I don't know. I think because it seems like it's the next day. So I'm assuming Rhaenyra and the boys have already left King's Landing. I don't know, but a lot of confusion getting ready to pop off. I saw a scene where Aegon like, damn, mama, I ain't even want to be king. I just want to sit up here and fuck around and get drunk. But we shall see what happened next week. I cannot wait. I love House of Dragons. I'm going to be so sad we only have 2 more episodes of this, but I will be back for season 2. I believe, if the word on the Twitter curb is correct, that Jon Snow's spinoff called Snow, where they're going to pick up from when he goes beyond the wall, starts New Year's Eve or January 2023. I will be reviewing that because I love me some Jon Snow and I can't wait to see what happens beyond the wall. These dogs outside barking. But that's it, you all. Go ahead, like this video for me. I had a good time. Like, this was a good episode. If it's your first time with your girl Angie, subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I will be reviewing all the little Game of Thrones spinoffs. And I think this year I'm going to review American Horror Story. That starts up October 19th, which is next week. That's my mom's birthday. I'm thinking about reviewing American Horror Story this year as well because I'm more interested in scripted shows than reality shows, even though I'm getting ready to review Real Housewives of Potomac. I love the Potomac girls, so we're getting ready to talk about them next. If you're interested, that video starts in 4 minutes at 6:30. Please come back. But until next week, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.